All right, Infinite Tarot 888. This is going to be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anywhere in your chart. Now, look at this. The first card that came out, it says the person causing you negativity is an air sign. So this could be a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. But you don't got to worry about nothing. Look, your spirit team, your ancestors, angels, spirit guides, God, they got your back. Your closest friends hold grudges against you. And we're going to leave it like that because they told me to pick 3. So you could be overcoming this negativity energy that they've been sending to you, Virgo. And then the sad thing is it could be somebody close to you, this air sign. I mean, it says friends, but it could be even family too. If they were friends, you could feel the jealousy. For some of you guys, as soon as you went through some hardship, they didn't back you up or nothing. They probably sided with somebody else, Look, with the 6 of swords. You see this person right here? They burned their bridges. So if this is somebody close to you, let's say you're dealing with a friend that could have betrayed you, and they thought they were going to find something else different. For some of you guys, they could have stolen ideas from you, and here they are. Look, they're burning the bridges only to go over here. There ain't nothing over there for them. And that's going to be part of their karma because, look, they're flying away, going to, navigating to a different area. But you call judgment on this person. This is a friend, yeah, look, with the high priestess and then walking on thin ice. This person, they're not going to get far. For some of you guys, their jealousy is going to be their downfall big time. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys, Virgo, this is a particular person you could have helped. Whether it was, like it says friendship, but they could be co-workers. For some of you guys, you could have got them a job and then they got you fired or, some way like that. But you call judgment on this. And look, now they're being forced. Look at all this. It's like if they sent you a demon and that demon went to you and did a U-turn, a Chicano U-turn, bitch. And look, they're like, look at everything you did. Now, for some of you guys, their karma, like if they could have burned your reputation and everything, just destroyed it. But they're going to a place where they're destroying themselves. And look, for a lot of you guys, there's 2 stories I'm getting. For some of you guys, they're being forced to watch you get into a new relationship. And it's going to be filled with love. Look at this. Yes. Why? Because this person's karma, Virgo, is the same thing they put out to you. Because for some of you guys, they could have caused a lot of conflict. Look, with the star energy. And then this right here. What did I say? This is the air sign. Now they're looking back. They're like wishing they wouldn't have done it. Because for some of them, with this full moon coming up, the conflict, this person or people that cause it, they're going to fight within each other. And look, this person that went over here, you see, oh yeah, they thought they were going to get somewhere like by screwing you over, by doing you bad. They thought they were going to get to a better place, but look, they got to the other side of the ocean, wherever the destination they wanted. And what did they get? There's nothing around there, and they're all beat up. And this is the all the demons that they conjured. They're beaten. This person's gonna want to throw themselves out the window, but look, they played a game. They thought they were playing checkers. Look, this could be this person over here thinking and taking, whatever moves you wanted to do, they wanted to take it from you. They were being sneaky, but they didn't know that God was playing the game, and God knew it. God knew everything. For some of you guys, you could have been playing dumb. You could have been, hey, and for a lot of you guys, you were facing you know, all the challenges, the obstacles they were put in, you were facing them. They could have caused you a tower moment. But guess what? Virgo, sun, moon, rising. Whoever this person is in your life that could have done you wrong, whether it's a friend, it says friend right there, but it could be somebody else. It could have caused a tower moment. And the reason I say that, because there's somebody that you could have had a family with. If this was family as well, they could have took off or teamed up with a friend. And for some of you guys, you're like, vámonos a la chingada, because what they're going to receive is their karma. A lot of you guys, they were expecting you. And that's what made them kind of laugh and everything. You gave it to God. And for some of you guys, they were laughing and giggling. But guess what? See, you stayed in love. God's about to give you this love, and you're going to hold it tight to you, while this person is going to face everything they put you through. This is just part of karma. Because what did they look? These three people worked to try to get your money. But guess what, honey? It's going to run out. It's not their blessings. For some of you guys, they were trying to take your blessings, and look, they try to cover their asses like each other. But you know, God sees everything, especially when you get to this. They want me to bring this up, Virgo. Especially when it comes to here, it's like this person thought they were being slick, when the whole time, you know, you God was telling you how to move. So for some of you guys, you had people that were thinking, kiki, haha, doing all kinds of stuff. You could have been in this energy right here, like watching everybody run by, but you were in the palace, just chilling. You could be feeling bored, but with this King of Swords, look, I don't know why this air sign could have been, look, thinking they had the whole world, but they wanted you underneath the ground. So if this person wished you bad, this person could have wished you, you know, death. This person could have been sending magic for you to die, or they could have been, you know, trying to affect your money for you not to be in this energy, for you not to have, you know, any new, you know, opportunities. But guess what? While the universe allowed them to have new opportunities, they thought they were just, I'm picking up, they thought they were just destroying you. And for a while, the reason I say destroying you, because they could have been seeing you in this energy, like not going nowhere. But this is you releasing any love you had for a particular person. They could have hurt you, they could have betrayed you, they could have just did you dirty. This is you releasing it. But they're seeing you stay here, but that's where God wants you. And they're watching you at a distance. And for, like I said, for some of you guys, it could have been even a fire sign that was watching you plant new seeds, and they're watching to see what you're doing, but they're not, maybe they weren't blooming in their time. Because for some of you guys, you had people that were watching, and they weren't seeing you succeed. They were watching you like it was right here, well, wherever it was, where you're throwing the cups, you're on top of it's anyway, you know, where you're it looks like you're stagnant, but you were working on yourself. You were releasing, you know, the cups that you needed to walk away. You were throwing them, you were looking at them. Okay, and this is justice coming in for you. Because look at this, the moon, everything that was done, justice is coming. It could have been a Pisces, look, a Pisces that could have been involved. And there's one more. It's almost like they're not gonna escape this. See, there's another, I don't know, that's like an alligator, some kind of ugly creature. It could be a carcass of a Leo, they said. But look, the moon card's right here. And see, your person, either the friend or your person, however, because for some of you guys, I'm telling you, it could have been your person. They could have made, okay, let's make it like, this could be not the home, it could be a home, but it could be a business. But now they're sitting there, I did the wrong thing. Yeah, bitch, they're making you look right there. And for some of them, they were just greedy. See, the devil was right here. Yeah, they sold their ass to the devil. Ah, pinche train que le va a venir, pero machine. You might have warned them. Yes, but this person didn't want to heal. So Virgo, For a lot of you guys, I see you guys just moving forward. For some of you guys, you have new love coming. There's a hermit here, so you could be dealing with another, like Virgo, somebody with Virgo in their chart, or another Virgo. Now, for some of you guys, they're saying that you could have been in this energy after somebody took. Look, there's a freaky air sign. This air sign right here is looking back, but this person doesn't give you their la cara, the face. But if you didn't die and if you didn't go to jail, this fucker's not gonna be right here, looking at you like that. Because this, there's people that they'll talk all this shit and then they see you overcome the situation and they don't know where to hide. I'm telling you, this person's gonna hide or try to go. They're gonna try to go somewhere, but they're gonna be met like with karma. Now, for some of you guys, you have a new love coming in. And for a lot of you guys, that person they chose, look, the snake is no bueno. This person's gonna regret it. It's almost like people are, I don't know, Virgo, for a lot of you guys, this could either go either way. Either you're gonna be exposed or they're gonna be exposed. But what I'm hearing, I'm seeing right here is whatever they thought they were gonna get away with. See, they tried to hide. Oh, it's a heartbreak, but look, they were doing something behind the scenes. They were probably hiding this lover, and now they're gonna be exposed alongside with the Pisces. I'm telling you, there's another Pisces, and Virgo and Pisces is 1-7. But look, ándele cabronas, cabron, however it may be. Yeah, so this person, look, they were looking back, trying to take from you, but they were being led straight to hell, and that's where they're going. I don't know. This is not my story because I already called judgment, yeah. So this person, they thought they got away with it. They like, if they see you right now, Virgo, sun, moon, rising, anywhere in your chart, those motherfuckers are running fast. Que hasta el pinche zapato, they're leaving. They're looking back. They're hoping that you don't find out. But this little money, look, it's gonna lead them to straight to hell. Yeah, because look, at one point, they tried to come up against you, but you stayed solid. You're protected. Virgo, sun, moon, rising, Venus. So yeah, you don't got nothing to worry about. Let's see. Let's get a couple of these. What else does Virgo need to know? Sun, moon, rising, anywhere in your chart. Let's get a few more. How many fell over here? It says forgive and let go. For a lot of you guys, you already did that. Forgive and let go. You gave it to God. Look, sex was whack. You were dealing with somebody that, vámonos a la chingada. And then plus, if they were with somebody else, you don't want them back, man or woman. It says, or grew up with family not loving you, and you still radiate love. See, this is the difference between this cucaracha you were dealing with, this fuchi, man or woman. This person didn't want to do things, right. They were trying to one-up you, but they were influenced by an air sign. Y pobrecito, this motherfucker, if this is a man, ese pinche guachito, mira, las pinches huevos, they're gonna chop. It says right here, the disrespect was the closure. So this person didn't have the man or woman. This person hides behind a no contact. But they're gonna be. I'm hearing when the karma hits, you might have told them, you might have warned them. This person, if they wanted you to go to jail, this person's gonna do time. And they're not gonna know what to do with it. Indian reserves. When I don't know why this, spirit had me write this, but I was meditating on that the other day. And the Indian reserves, for a lot of you guys, you have a spirit team, like your ancestors could be from the Indians, like from a reserve. You know, here in the United States, they have the reserves over there by California or Arizona, somewhere like that. But there's something very powerful. You could have Indian blood and you don't even know it. It says, I don't have a dirty mind. I have a sexy imagination. So you got some love coming in. It says, your siblings are so freaking jealous. What did I say? Virgo, for a lot of you guys, that's what you're dealing with. If you were leaving one connection, moving to another, like you wanted to move to another, these people destroyed it. They could have teamed up against you, meaning that your ex and your family, they didn't want you to move on. They were jealous. It says, pull back your energy. For some of you guys, you're being asked to pull back your energy. It says, your hard work is paying off. So a lot of you guys, it says, you're not the single type. And for a lot of you guys, you've stayed single. I feel for a lot of the Virgos that I'm picking up on, you went straight to breaking generational curses. You said, all right, this is what I got to do. Some of you guys, they didn't leave you a choice. God has you moving in a different way. And let me tell you something. God hates jealousy, envy, and those who are those filled with bitterness. I don't know. It says they are not Christ-like. They are not of the Lord. So some of you guys, this could have been ex, family members. They portray themselves que muy Christians. And I'm gonna tell you, from my ex, their grandma used to do this kind of stuff, and they don't want nobody to know. Margarita in spirit right now is like, you don't dishonor your ancestors. At least I'm not that way, but this lady helped a lot of people, and they hid it, and they didn't want nobody to know. And yo, man, I know from some of the uncles, you know, like unos de Chicago, they were like, o sea, they honored her. Hey, mi mamá hacía esto, but them, they didn't want to. And I don't know, for some of you guys, you could be dealing with people like that. Like they don't want people to know a history of an ancestor or something. But you know what? That's not your problem. You're probably honoring them more than what they ever will. It says you and I are gonna really be good at being bad. So some of you guys have somebody new. Yeah, for that person that teamed up with this air sign, I keep seeing this. Look, this person wants to give you the evil eye, but this is when it's almost like when you have a dog that's chained up. They thought they were going to be hiding behind the scenes. It says, what people say about you doesn't matter. And they're feeling it. For a lot of you guys, you're staying focused, bitch. During retrograde, all you need to go is keep moving forward. So that's what I got for you, Virgo. You're doing good. You're gonna have some people wanting to come back. Con dinero baila el chango. Man. Con dinero baila el chango. These people try to mess with you, even with the laws. And for some of you guys, not all of you guys, con el dinero va a bailar el chango. They're gonna wish they never fucked with you. No looking back, bitch. And you're focused on what? Love. On what you love to do. And that's what they're telling you. Don't look back. Give it to God. Keep moving forward. Whatever you do, man, because for some of you guys, they want to copy your style. And this I could relate. For there's some bitches, you know, they want to copy, you know, my style. And that shit turns me on. Todavía no están riding on my palo, but they will soon. I'm channeling that. It says right here, keep calm and hustle. So some of you guys, you stay low key. Avoid the blame game. You don't got to put that energy out. Pull that energy in and start getting creative. For some of you guys, you just look at it from a higher perspective, you know. It says your mother is jealous of you. And then scared of love and overseas connections. So you could be somebody with overseas connections. Like you couldn't your relatives, or it could be just connections, you know. It says scared of love. So you're dealing with somebody that's scared of love. It could be somebody from overseas. For some of you guys, your mother is jealous of you, man or woman. But I'm picking up on a woman. You could have been with somebody that really gave you a lot of wealth, and your mom could have got in between. And for my ladies, because they, you know, and for a lot of you guys, your mom saw you being more, you know, prosperous with somebody else, so they wanted to ruin, you know, a connection. And this could look like, you know, leaving the guy and trying to take him for everything they you know they have. And if you do that, because for some of you guys, for some of my ladies, you know, I'm picking up for some of my ladies, the person you were gonna get with, that's what happened to them. And for some of you guys, you're kind of going back and forth. Your mom's telling you, and you know what's right. Don't forfeit your blessings, because you could have a mother that's trying to convince you they're jealous and they want you to lose your blessing. And you can lose your blessing. Doesn't mean that you have to stay with somebody, but if you do somebody dirty intentionally, that's where your mama could be jealous. They want you. But you know what? What's done in the dark always comes out to light. It says your confidence is so freaking amazing. And that's something they could have knocked off for a while. And somebody, look, love everything about you. It says the more he wants you and your team out of the game, the more damage you're doing to Satan's kingdom. So for a lot of you guys, you have people that the more they want you out of the game, you know that, like, it's because you're doing damage. Like, you bring love, joy, happiness. Now, if somebody comes up against you, doesn't mean that you're not gonna be ready to roll, you know. But you always give it to God. God is in control. But you know, you can't help it. You got your fire to it. So maybe you have fire in your chart, but you're not gonna let somebody just walk all over you. You might have at one point when God was telling you, and still simply obey. It says it's your turn to shine. So you could have had a moment where it says right here, what's holding you back? And I was going to say where God was holding you back, but now it's your turn to shine. So you could be saying, get out the way. And look, I'm fearless. And somebody could have taken you in a period of time where God had you holding back. And I could tell you from my experience, from what my testimony, when God said, hey, I'm going to show you some things, but can you handle it? And that process, when it started and you couldn't, I mean, I had the choice. And I saw how I had to hold back because God was said, hey. And when everything unfolded, it's almost like they saw you on the floor. They saw me on the floor and they wanted to kick me, throw me, take advantage. And a lot of things they took. And I saw, and this is why, if you're going through this, God wants you to see their true colors. And if you hold on and you trust in God and you see the tables turn where you're not going to be in prison, you're not going to die, and you watch how their faces will start to turn, because, you know, they were good. They were laughing when they were kicking you. And for a lot of you guys, they wanted to be your enemies. They're realizing right now, a lot of you guys are so silent. Them fuckers, if you don't think, because some of you guys could feel them. Así está, mira. And these are people you love. Now they're on the other side of the fence, hoping and wishing. You think he or she's gonna forgive us? Motherfuckers want to go overseas and move. But you keep your hustle calm. Yeah, that was tight. A shame you caught them in their fucking lies. You know, and like I told you guys in another video, I pray. I said, God, bring these people, put them in the same room with me. Guys, like, why? Pues, hey, they were. Anyways, look, private jets. It says, you should be here. You should have been born with a fucking warning label. Just telling you, I love the way God made me. Don't get me wrong. I get hyped up too, you know. I take accountability. I know how to take accountability, you know. Even though my mother's jealous, what can I do? I love her, you know, pero también no se pase. I deal with stuff like that, like, yeah. But I take accountability, and in my case, I make them take accountability. They might be hiding, but they're gonna come and they're gonna take accountability for everything they did. Fuck that person that betrayed you. You don't gotta worry about that. That person, for some of you guys, you gave it to God and let them have their karma. They're gonna wish that they had your, you know, your security or acá. They're gonna regret it. And you don't gotta do nothing. Give it to God. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. That's what's deep. It got heated, and right now we're in retrograde. And I'm gonna tell you, some of these fuckers, they ain't coming back. And for some of you guys, you're like, I don't want them to come back. Now give it to God. You know, take this message, and for a lot of you guys, stay in love. Some of you guys, you have a strong character. And because you love so hard, you take betrayals kind of hard, you know, to your heart. And you, if you could be, you're probably like me, you're learning to let go and give it to God, but you still protecting yourself. I love the way God made me. He made me in a certain way that, you know, you got to know me to know me. But, you know, I never expected that betrayal to come from there. However, it was part of my mission. So, you know, I can't hold it like a grudge, resentment. No, I give it to God. But I'm going to tell you straight up, yeah, come over here. What are you going to take accountability? Orale. And I release and I let go. I got my journey. I got my goals that I want to accomplish. And it doesn't, they don't fit in there no more. And that's why, you know, in my case, and for some of you guys, you can resonate with this. Some of you guys wanted to move in a different direction. And instead of them doing things right, you know, to me, I feel like they were insecure. Like they don't have no reason to try to hold you or control you. Some of you guys deal with witchcraft. You've seen the bottles, and that's not even the half of the crap that I found. And some of you guys, it's like, why? This could have been going on since you were young as a kid, and then you're an adult because you want to freaking divorce or you want to marry somebody else, and they want to hold you. Like, this is what really pisses me off. Like in my case, like, no, if I'm being respectful, like when you want to be respectful and with your parents, you know, I honored my parents. And some people say, well, you're old. Yeah, but I still have this old tradition. And here they are behind my back trying to hold, because what are people gonna think if you marry somebody else and you get divorced? No, that's, you know, being in control. And some of you guys, that's part of the reason that you're going through that. And you gotta forgive, you gotta let go. Some of you guys are like, fuck, because this happened, you lost out on both ends. You didn't lose out. If that other person couldn't hold on or couldn't be there for you, it wasn't for you. God has something better. You just gotta trust. The one that betrayed you, no, that's vámonos a la chingada. You can't sit there. You could forgive. ¿Para qué quieres algo así? No, vámonos. The other one, look. This is the one that betrayed you. Could be man or woman. But look who they left with. They're looking back. You were the finest bitch, you know. For some of you guys, you know, if you were, this person took everything. They wanted everything secured over here. But that's what I got for you. Look, just trust. That's what I got for you, Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anywhere in their chart. They were mad because you were leaving. Look, the truth is going to come out, Virgo. The little plot. Look, who were they working with the whole time? And for some of you guys, you told them. But anyways, could be that earth sign, but who cares? If in the tarot 888, hit the like button, share, subscribe, and comment.